Abdul Rahim Surya Saab, you've been an exemplary auditor, chartered accountant. You've served as the president of the ICAP organization. The role of auditors, both external and internal, extremely important for the SOE. They bear, I think, a very heavy responsibility and a lot of pressures to ensure that financial transparency is ensured in each SOE they audit. Could you comment on whether this act clearly defines the role of and responsibility of auditors, and what issues do you see for your community that may arise in this regard? Professional issues, of course.
Thank you, Sohail sir. As you know that the requirement for roles and responsible auditors are already very well defined in Companies Act. So I think Mr. Miftah Ismail did a right thing and a wise thing that he did not repeat everything here. The law covers, and also the rules and regulation of Institute of Chartered Accountants in Pakistan also take care for all those things. If you read the auditor's report format, which was revised in line with the international auditing standards in 2018, it takes care of all the things very clearly. It defines the role of board, because the board and the management is basically responsible. Board role is to oversee the company's financial reporting process, and the management is responsible for the preparation and fair presentation. And SOE Act very well covered this thing by inserting few things very interesting, like they have asked all SOEs to prepare their financial statement as per IFRS. And then they have also prescribed not only to make annual report, but they have suggested its contents in Schedule 6. It's a good step. Further, they have, for the convenience of the stakeholder, they have suggested for transparency a summary of the annual report. Now, the auditor role is to ensure the transparency, and auditors' activities are covered through their own regulations. As you know, in Pakistan, ICAP is a self-regulating body, and over and above, its activities are overseen by the Audit Oversight Board, which was formed in December 2016, based on the recommendation of the ROSC. ROSC is an exercise which is carried out by World Bank and IMF. In 2005, they suggested, but ultimately in 2016, ACCP, State Bank, and ICAP and Ministry of Finance, these four are the nominating authorities. They formed Audit Oversight Board. And over and above, there is an ACCP. And ACCP is very active also in the term when if there is anything, they have a good enforcement cell. And if anything is not online for the auditors, so they keep in line auditors also for this. So I think there is no much requirement to be inserted here. I mean, other laws are very well in place to take care of this, right? And if you see the recent audit report format announced in 2018, it is in line with the international auditing standard. It talks about the other information, and other information are those information which are other than financial statement and auditor's report. So it talks about all the whole area of annual report, and then also it includes key audit matters. So I think
so do you think a statement of compliance would have been beneficial in this law?
I think it's not much beneficial even in corporate governance, because if you see, it is basically the duty of the regulator to monitor what they've done intelligently. They outsource it to the third party, to the auditors. And if you read the report formats, there are few disclaimers which may not serve the purpose, because whatever the auditor express, it is based on the management representation. So I think too much bureaucratic hurdles will be created, because the first duty is of the management and the directors to take care. So compliance may create further bureaucratic channels, I think.
Thank you. So my final question to you is about one specific provision, that's Section 30 of the SOE Act. Now, Section 30 requires all independent directors to annually submit their assets and the beneficial held investments and properties to the board in the form of a report. And if there's any changes to it, they're also required to disclose that and report it within a short period of time. Do you think
I
this
think
provision would discourage quality independent directors to agree to serve on SOE boards?
I don't think so, because already all the responsible citizens are filer. They are filing their income tax return, wealth tax returns, and it's again a government institute where they have to submit. So they don't have harm, and generally it will not affect. But just for the sake of encouraging professional and to remove their fear, it would be better if this condition is not applicable for independent directors. This is my suggestion.